If you've ever played the God of War games or paid attention to the franchise, you may be wondering how the hell did Kratos go from clapping everybody's cheeks within the Greek mythology to chilling with Thor and Odin and settling down in Midgard within the Norse mythology. The games don't really display this major detail, although there is some lore behind it, as I'm sure we're all thinking it can't be that easy. So this is, how did Kratos get to Midgard? Before the video starts, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So as we know, at the end of God of War 3, we see Kratos sacrifice himself to put an end to his vengeful ways for the good of pretty much everyone, as things tend not to go too great with the people he meets.
Noah!
He grabs the sword of Olympus and drives it through his stomach, which would surely kill him, right? When doing so, the power of Kratos is released to the world, but not Athena, which kinda pissed her off, but that doesn't matter. She takes out the sword from Kratos' stomach, leaving him with a giant hole in his body, which most likely would decimate your average person, but not Kratos. As the cutscene fades to black and fades back in, we see a trail of blood leading to a cliff, from what we can only presume is that when Athena left, Kratos just straight up dipped without considering his minor injuries. The cliff then leads to a major drop, which at the bottom displays the Great Flood, accompanied with some scary tornadoes. From here, lore says that within this world, all realms are apparently connected, and it comes as no issue to gods if they want to travel from one to another. But we'll save that information for later. As said before, there was a great flood caused by Kratos after he violently murdered several prominent gods of the Greek pantheon. Their deaths triggered a series of cataclysmic events that killed the majority of mortals living there and made it largely uninhabitable, but Kratos used this flood for his own good as he decided to travel between realms by paddling through the water and danger for many years until the floods died down and Kratos finally decided he'd settle in a nice place named Midgard. We know he did this as the Norse god Freyr mentions within the game that the Norse god of war Tyr's bridge had been submerged for around 150 years.
It is from there we travel to Alfheim. Thankfully, it's no longer underwater.
Displaying how far the floods had reached and how it is possible that Kratos could have paddled there. Further facts back this claim up, as within the recent God of War games we can see Tyr traversing through realms through some of the drawings we can see, showing it is possible. Anyway, after his travels, Kratos settles down with his second wife and they foster a child named Atreus, which leads us to the first God of War game in Midgard. Further lore also suggests that when Kratos sacrificed himself and released his power, that it was the power of hope, and it was this hope that helps him travel to Midgard with the hope of starting a new life and finally finding happiness.
Inside of you, Kratos, is hope. It has remained buried, trapped by your guilt and the failures of your past. When you killed Zeus, you must have allowed something to awaken it. What was it, Kratos?
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here.
Finally getting to the first God of War game set in Midgard, it is around a century after the beginning of the Great Flood, and we see that Kratos is mourning the death of Faye, and it makes it his and Atreus' mission to climb to the highest peak in Midgard and spread Faye's ashes. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to leave what you want to see next down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.